So they go for the Muerta instead. A hero like Kez can't burst typically unless he gets like the silence into Raven's Veil, and then you're struggling. But
you just go double stack with Shadow Demon, and then you have the classic Bristle Clear later on, and you know, like giving more to free farm. But like you said, how fast is that free farm? Not that fast. So
Warlock.
We said no kills, but the farming pact has been broken. They're gonna kill Warlock here for first blood.
He does have a Talon Toss in a moment, but I don't think he can actually close the gap to finish the kill. It might allow them to steal the Wisdom Shrine, though, so they are in a pretty good spot for this. Infernal's going to walk on in. He has to choose who he's going to push away. The God's Rebuke, not available. The Dead Shot, though, does come through, but they're not winning this fight quite yet. They need the help. They take down 23. It's going to cost you your Mars, but you do get the Wisdom Shrine at the end of the day.
Otherwise, I think Muerta will shred through everybody with her ultimate. And yeah, a lot of them will be trapped in the arena to make sure they can't get away, because that's one of the ways you deal with it. Huck, maybe also, oh, there's the counter we talked about, the disruption save, but nice spear timing.
Infernal at the ready with the arena spear, very well done. That takes a big hero off the map, and this should be a second tower potentially, as the Dragon Knight, quite strong. The blink onto the Shadow Demon, maybe not even real, like, I think they had to know that this was up, right? They just surprised the puck with it, but maybe kind of forgetting just for a moment there just what can happen when you have a blink. Well, like we mentioned, Kez with the Battle Fury now already caught up. Well,
Cursed?
He should be able to get out of this grappling claw. Never mind, he held it too long. We'll have Raven's Veil maybe to try and buy himself some time, disruptions, but no Raptor Dance to bail him out of this, so 23 is going to be dead. That will be coiled down. Now you still have Golem, but they will actually protect the Power Rune. Arcane for the puck, and now the chase onto this Mars, as they will just go ahead and drop the Golem in response to this Shadow Demon's just Demonic Purge, but you still lose the Mars right before that Mars arena came up, and they will just continue to push them back onto the Dire side. It's going to be another pick off here onto the Shadow Demon, a little bit off the mark with the Macro Pyre, but Jabs has pushed away the other three, so they grab themselves 2 for 0. But you're gonna have to start putting that to practice here soon.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Well, hold that thought. They're gonna kill Bristle. They're gonna try, but Disruption's pretty good. Shadow Demon might die instead.
Bottega's in a really rough spot. He has to pop the BKB. He does have ultimate, will use it. The Kez just goes in and gets immediately caught. What a heads-up play from the Shadow Shaman. There's your arena. The spear off the mark, but Bottega's just going to town, man. They're all trapped, lined up, getting brought down one by one. And just like this, Yellow Submarine has flipped this game 4 for 0. And break the smoke. They did get a glimpse of the Jakiro there just a moment ago, so they kind of have an idea. Smoke's gonna pop, but they do have a ward. They will retake the outpost. They jump in, coil. Nope, doesn't manage to get the outpost, and they're just gonna go in immediately, try and take down the Shadow Shaman. He's gonna get bailed up for the moment, but will still burn to the Jakiro's Macropyre, and 23 is in. Yule's to buy a little bit of time, though. He's already spent his BKB. He needs to be careful. Puck continuing to dance around this fight. Q jumps in. Nice Demonic Purge. This Mars, he's dead. The question is now, can Bottega get something done? No, he will BKB pierce the veil and TP out. Much cleaner fight this time from Nemesis, looking for their targets. Kind of even just sidestep out of the Macropyre. You've reduced like half the duration of her ult. Bottom side here, looking for the opening. Are they gonna go for it is the question. The tier 2 tower is dead. It's okay. They're gonna go for the arena spear onto 2. The BKB out from Mural. Jabs will survive. 23 gets disrupted. He's gonna come in, drop the Ravens. He, I think, pressed the wrong button. That was the perfect Raptor Dance scenario, but maybe the Ravensville is to disengage the team. I don't even know where Puck died. Who killed this guy?
And like you said, that loss of the gem hurts. I think some of that is because of the Silver Edge and the Glimmer Capes having a lot more free reign now. Problems jumping in, finds
Hex. That's the Arena Spear. They've got him. Can they finish the job in time with the Muerta? Absolutely. It's not even close. Yules will catch the Bristleback. They're going to get the Silence. The God's Rebuke to slow him. The Spear sends him back. Ice Path not going to be enough to save him. The Hex, it's caught Mac. But they don't have the Shackles, so he's going to get out for now. But you got 2 more enormous kills.
Maybe build a Yules next. It's a weird state to be.
Oh, the Shackles. He does go ahead and just trap him there. There's going to be the defensive disruption, but Infernal is here. Does not manage to drop the Arena. The BKB does come out from the Bristleback, and Infernal will backpedal as well. So, what? No. No. Kez again just gets caught on the back line without popping the BKB. He's dead. That's just the game. He's dead for 85 seconds. This can't keep happening. The cores on Nemesis have been caught by the Shadow Shaman over and over.
Problems, living up to his name. Not making it easy for the enemy team to do anything, even as they have itemized for it. That is what the BKB is supposed to be for. But let's not mention that. You have a lot of time on this Aegis. You just keep doing this, right? At some point, you will find this Blink Hex initiation, and you've got to
my God.
Oh, you find it
He
now.
walked down. He walked down. There's the Blink, the Arena, the Spear. The damage is there, but he does manage to get the disruption off. And 23's got to try and run for his life. There's the second Arena. Mac, as well as both supports, are just trapped. And it's still the Muerta just raining in damage from the low ground. Space to get out maybe for the Kez, but for how long is the question. The Shackles has sealed his fate once again, and Yellow Sub will look to end this one. GG comes out, and despite ages after ages, Nemesis could never get any team fights going their way.
Well, that Kez had his wings clipped. No action happened. I'm pretty sure Bottega probably doubled or tripled his damage, because
I would say quadrupled his damage, dude.
honestly, I don't even know if you're playing that late with the Battle Fury, which goes back to, I feel they were relatively passive, despite the lanes. I thought the lanes were pretty good, right? Your first pick puck pays off. Doesn't really get shut down.
Even like Beastmasters, Shadow Fiends, the 2 other spirits, all banned. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's been removed from the mid lane pool. So they go for the Void Spirit, kind of one of the last like reliable laners, especially if you're picking blind. They respond with the Slardar.
In that bottom lane, we kind of see why they did that first creep wave trick, because Ursa pretty happy with this matchup. He's farming really well, so you just gotta like skip the normal laning stage. 23 did not walk into a Bramble, otherwise he would have died. But they actually killed Phoenix instead, and Problems will then just die to the tower. You give a little gold back, but you got first blood. You pretty much got twice as much.
Yeah, very well done from Problems there. Comes back to the lane. Actually gets a lot of chip damage into the Sven as well. Meanwhile, bottom lane here, seeing a fight for the Lotus, which ends up going the way of the Ursa and Jabs. I don't... That was definitely a mistake. Jabs doing some lane cutting. Top lane a little bit too far forward here on Infernal, and they will get the kill. Maybe Q set up the dead shot there. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, he was...
Yo, watch out, 23. Do you know where he's going?
Uh-oh, back into the top lane. I mean, this Bramble... I mean, it was the right call. He has to jump the other way. He's not making it out of this one, surely, though. Problems will get the kill. They even rotate up the Warlock to throw the Fatal Bonds in for safe measure.
And then you look at these net worth, and you're like, wait a minute, who's got the cleave? Like, what is happening here? How does Ursa have so much farm? He doesn't have any kills. Has one assist, I guess.
Really nice move into the mid lane. Mac. Yeah, they got him one last astral step. Now, meanwhile, bottom looking at the Ursa, but does manage to get out of the calling. I mean, he doesn't need to be super farmed. He just needs levels, really. And now, help out your other hero who's your playmaker, right? Like, it's going to be Mirel on this Void Spirit, who is going to be helping his team over the next several minutes.
Morel is undecided on
Morel has queued up like 9 different items, so we'll see. Gonna pop the Shadow Realm here, looking for the Phoenix. At the moment, trying to just make through the Twin Gate. That is a... Yeah, there's like that Remnant should connect in time, and yeah,
all right,
do manage to take him.
Switch back to Vessel.
That's what I'm saying.
We can get kills. We're entering the mind of Morel.
At the moment, I'm not super sold on this mid lane starter. We haven't really seen it get active, but yeah, there's your tanky Primal Beast dead to the 2 supports.
So I think you got to be careful on pushing. Now the question is, did they see he had the blink? Because it delivered in the middle of that. They may not have checked. They should know now. Well, I say that. He still gets the bash. All right, Morel's got the jump.
Spawns
and all
bottom.
That armor from his phase boots avail. He's fine.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Top lane, Dark Willow solo killing the Sven. He's going to try and TP out, but no, the Primal split just to make sure. Very nicely done.
23's number.
Yeah, he really does. Mid lane.
He put in his name. It was a little too easy to get the number.
Thank you. Got the double bracers point booster on his way to Aghanim Scepters, so he's trying to just opt to stay alive. Meanwhile, mid lane, jump in. They got the kill. There it is.
They've saved it for the Tormentor fight, which is coming up here. Max still has a shield rune going, which is pretty good. Ursa has a basher instead of BKB, but that could be pretty big here.
Oh, Morel gets caught from the Atos. He's in trouble. Will get caught for the Pulverize, and he's just dead. The Warlock Golem, too little, too late. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Both mid laners are down. We'll see who's able to get out. Muerta's going to pop the Pierce the Veil. Infernal's looking for that Cyclone. If you can find it, it's going to be the Phoenix. Throws into the air, another Boulder Stun, and, well, Q is just getting beat down from these. Egg will get cleaned up as well. The Brewmaster did such heavy lifting, and Bottega does not stop, continues the chase with that basher. Do they actually? Infernal just sitting on the front line, does not seem to be bothered, and Morel has amplify damage and a shield rune. So not a safe fight here for Nemesis. They will give up the Roche. Another Aegis going their way, and now with a 7,000 gold advantage, they gotta be feeling pretty strong. Well, hold on, Morel. You don't have the burst damage quite. Yo! Dark Willow gets cleaved down, instantly dies, but you've kind of spent everything. You need to get out of here with the tail end of these BKBs. The Cyclone's going to catch the Sven. The egg is down. Bottega's just going to turn over. There's going to be a nice stun, though. Cancels the Pulverize and gets the egg off in time. The Sven cleaning them up as well. Infernal needs some help. Void Spirit's in. They get the Hypnotize max low. Morel has no mana to play around. And now it's up to the Ursa's second life with the BKB. 23's trapped off. They kind of salvage what was a really rough fight to start for Yellow Submarine, but the Aegis.
If a team can get both Roshan and Tormentor, and to get those objectives, you have to win a fight before and then after. So when all that comes into play, you get a pretty big lead here. Nemesis is going to have to be
Is that going to work? Okay, it does.
Last
just
seconds
barely
on those BKBs.
Bottega finds the Slardar. Mac just gets bashed,
The Bear Assassin.
The Bear Assassin. Looking, Dark Willow is in a little bit of a troublesome situation. Does have a Yules to maybe buy some time, but no, Sven just 2-taps her. Now, Sven committed everything. Yeah, he commits everything on the support and just gets destroyed by the Ursa instead. And now Infernal, well, he's going to catch that TPing out of the Slardar. He's going to regret maybe not popping the BKB for that earlier. I don't know if you're going to have a good time getting away from this now.
Bear Assassin first hit.
He will make it through the Twin Gate. You need to be very careful on Nemesis.
Really important to this fight, and the calling silence. You kind of mentioned like one of the ways he dies, you get stuck in there.
It's the only way he dies. Like once he has, now that he has no silence, he can enrage anything. They're going to jump in, pulverize. He just goes back immediately. The Abyssal Blade into the damage. And 23 walks in, gets caught from a Remnant, has to pop the BKB. The silence is there for now, but 23 doesn't have it. The Ursa will live. Nice pulverize. Hold up. They jump in. They get the kill. They take down a second in the Dark Willow. And now Warlock. That's a TP that is not going to happen. Infernal does get the clean, but back comes the Bear Assassin. He gets the kill out of the Sven. Feared away. Nullifier up, though. He walks back into the calling. Gets silenced up. He's dead. Okay. Nemesis hold. A little bit slower than you would like, and Infernal knows he is not letting this happen. Just jumps right on in.
5 seconds to
Roshan.
result. He wants to commit, but he also is like, I really wish I had this.
He has no slots.
He's dropping.
Okay, he's gonna use it now. The gem's just on the deck. Roshan, he steals it into the Primal Split. Terrorize catches too. What a disaster! You are kidding? They're all dead. Phoenix drops the egg, but
Infernal.
I mean, that's GG, right? Yeah, your whole team is dead.
I don't know. He's Yellow Submarine. He needs them to clump up and like, oh, we won, guys. Let's all go take the throne now. Let's stand together. He's praying for that.
They found him. They found him. They found him. Instant GG. He doesn't get to use anything. It is over. Yellow Submarine will knock Nemesis out of the tournament and move on to play another day.
Well done from Yellow Submarine. I think they played pretty well this series. Either way, he snatches it. You know, Hatred comes in with the double golems to like close it out. And Morel, we weren't sure on the items. He wasn't sure on the items. But despite having to deal with that counter pick, I feel like he also helps create all the space.